Council meeting to order. I would like to first ask everyone to stand and join in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Aaron, could you please do roll call?
Jenny Bowers-Schultz.
Here.
Matt Dyer.
Here.
Tyler Fullenkamp.
Here.
Scott Murray is absent. Abby Wilder.
Here.
Okay, was everyone given a chance to review the minutes from the previous meeting held on May 19th?
16.
May 19th.
May 9th.
Make a motion to accept them as they are.
I'll second.
Okay, motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, first we are going to start with,
Do you want?
so we do have we have two different public hearings at 7 o'clock. And if you're here to speak for the public hearing, there's a sign-in sheet in the back. So just sign in there and we'll go off of that for people that are going to speak. Do you want them on both, for both public hearings?
Yes, and we have one public hearing related to Champion Homes tax abatement, and we have one public hearing scheduled related to our proposed water rate changes. So if you intend on speaking at either of those public hearings, if you could please sign in. And as each of those hearings are conducted, we will call you forward and ask that you introduce yourself with your name and your address, and then give you the opportunity to address council. Please be courteous and respectful, and we plan to do the same. So thank you all for being here.
Okay. First, we have Michelle Lingerick here with Council on Aging and the Senior Center at the Merit Center.
Hi.
Hi.
I brought my marketing communications coordinator. It's also my assistant. This is Leah Coob. She has been a welcome addition since.
Hold that button till the light comes on. Then keep it kind of close to you guys.
Yeah, talk into
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Does that work?
Yep.
Okay. She's been a welcome addition since December, and she was my partner in crime when we did the fundraiser in February. So Leah and I decided that we were crazy, and we cooked all the food for the 160 people we had with the live music in February. But the event turned out beautifully, and we raised a little over $6,600. So
Cool. Great.
Amazing.
couldn't have done it without her.
Great.
Just wanted to update you guys as far as the service is going, and just to say how appreciative we are of the support that the city gives us. I would say the bulk of our transportation that we do provide is for Decatur residents, but as well as the entire county from one end to the other. I would say typically around 60 to 70% of our rides are for medical reasons, but since we've expanded to public, starting in 2024, that has opened up immensely. That can be, someone going and visiting a loved one, from one home to another within the county.
Michelle, are you still finding people that don't know about?
Absolutely.
I don't know how we reach them.
I don't know either because we're on, Facebook, we're in the newspaper, we're on the radio. I don't know how
Just
else.
seeing the vehicles you think would,
Yes.
because you do obviously more and more frequently.
We actually partnered with Jamie and, we're doing a senior health fair on June 19th, and Jamie allowed us to advertise it on the digital sign at the Criteria, as a City of Decatur, event, building, and so we have 25 vendors, so, and it's gonna be a free lunch, so hopefully that gets a lot more information. We will have a booth there as well, so hopefully that'll get some more, but yes, we're still finding people who have not heard of us before.
That's great. Do you know about what percentage of your riders are employment?
Oh my gosh, I would say a quarter.
Okay.
So it is amazing because since we expanded our hours, we're able, we used to be 8 to 4, now we're 6 to 6. We're able to get people both ends of their workday for the majority.
That's great.
That's great.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we appreciate, the city's support. So the last couple of years, we've asked for 22,000 in our annual support. I was hoping if we could ask for 23 this year, only for the fact that we have to match whatever the government, whatever the federal gives us. And this year, that's 250,000, so I have to come up with 250,000 local money to match what the federal will give us. So that was a little bit of a stretch this year. We had gone from 50,000 in federal money the first year. We did probably 100,000 last year, and this year's 250. So I was just trying to plan a little bit better for next year, to see if we could get 23. And if that's not possible, because I know everything's, then I would be grateful for 22,000 again from the city if it was possible.
All right, Michelle, that's a huge increase in federal dollars coming to the program.
Is
So
that
how,
not amazing?
that is amazing. So what is your plan for that?
To match it, we did match it for this year.
How do you plan to utilize that additional funding?
That went almost all of it to, driver pay
Okay, and so that's how you've expanded hours and that's how
Absolutely.
okay.
and pay rate.
Mhm.
They went from, when I started back 9 years ago, they started at $8 an hour, and now they're 15 to 18.
Do you have enough drivers currently?
I'm constantly hiring more. I've got 3 more in the works right now.
So,
I have 11 drivers right now and 2 more in the process.
so if interested, come see you.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
How do you plan for vehicles?
I have 7 vehicles. We had one involved in an accident in, December, and it was totaled. So, but I will be getting 2 more next year to expand as well. Because trips are up, everything's up, the demand is out there, so.
Right.
Yeah, I probably could have played it a little bit safer with that increase in the federal money as far as banking more of it, but to me, there is no program without my drivers, and they're trained well, and as long as I take care of them, they serve well, so I wanted to, and I had my board approval for the increases that I was able to give everybody, but first and foremost, that's where it went.
Great.
That's awesome. It really is.
Thank you. It's a great program. I'm blessed to be part of it.
Don't forget fuel costs, gas.
We've already burned through our fuel budget. Yep, for the year. But we're grateful to be able to utilize the city pumps and work with you guys on that, and then we can pay at cost, so we're grateful for that. There's not very many agencies that have that, so.
And thank you for starting the senior center. I think it's utilized so much, and it's just a great place for seniors to go and hang out and play pool and cards and whatever they want to do there. That's really cool.
Thank you. I love it. There's just very few places within the county that they can go and enjoy themselves for free.
Yep.
If you go to a restaurant, you feel obligated to buy a cup of coffee or, a piece of pie, and a lot of times money's tight, so it's just great. And that's what's gonna be wonderful about the courtyard is, I just ordered the double shuffleboard court this week, and that's gonna be a great add-on for the community to have.
Well, it's a great collaboration, and it probably has something to do with the director. Has been steering us
We're a
along.
great team.
Class of '97.
There you
Doing a good job. Appreciate it.
So the ask from the Council on Aging is a request for $23,000 towards budgetary expenses, which would come out of the city's 2027 budget.
Thank you.
I make a motion to grant the
Thank you.
request.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion and second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign? Okay, thank you guys. Yep. Okay, we still have a few minutes before we can do one of the public hearings, so,
You have some new ones, Mayor, you might want to suggest if they want to speak at one of the public hearings again to sign up.
Right before, let's go ahead and do the bond, we could do the bond ordinance, and
Just have
right
several others
before
come.
we suspend council meeting, we can kind of do one more round of
oh. Yeah, so we do have a second reading on the bond ordinance, the water improvement bond ordinance, 2026-11.
I make a motion to pass ordinance 2026-11 on its final reading by short title only.
Second. Or, what am I saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, second.
You're right.
Sorry, I'm out of practice here.
Motion and
I've
second,
gone
all in
too
favor?
It was just, aye.
Opposed, same sign? Okay, short title.
Too long is a pause there. I know. Second guess what I'm saying.
Ordinance number 2026-11, an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Decatur, Indiana, authorizing the acquisition, construction, and installation of certain improvements for the waterworks system of the City of Decatur, Indiana, the issuance of revenue bonds to provide the cost thereof, the collection, segregation, and distribution of the revenues of such system, the safeguarding of the interests of the owners of such revenue bonds and other matters connected therewith, including the issuance of notes in anticipation of such bonds, and repealing ordinances inconsistent herewith.
I make a motion to adopt ordinance 2026-11 on its final reading.
Second.
Motion and second, roll call vote.
Jenny Bauer Schultz,
Yes.
Matt Dyer,
Yes?
Tyler Fulenkamp,
Yes.
Scott Murray is absent, Abby Wilder.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. So a few more minutes before the public hearings, so, do you wanna give an update on the IT to council? Yeah, it's up to you. So in Board of Works, we passed, 2 contracts with, IT companies that the county uses. Since, by the end of the year, we will no longer be on, county's, IT. So, ESI and Innovative Integration. One of them, Innovative Integration's more with switches and hardware, and ESI is more on the software side and licensing for Microsoft and all that different thing, all those different things. So overall, it's about the same expense as what we were paying to the county every year. So we'll be using ESI and Innovative. That's who the county uses as well. But we will be off the county system.
And that was our choice, the county's choice?
It was the county's choice.
We actually will be using one of their servers, but we won't have their IT support any longer. So,
Yep.
Does that include like the TVs and the recordings and everything? Is this company gonna do that, or is that still gonna be handled?
that's different.
So will we have our own IT person then, just for the city, or?
It'll all be virtual unless we need someone, and ESI can have somebody from the county come over and help. But most of it will be done virtually.
Okay.
Which one do you want to do first? Which one do you want to do first? Okay, so we will need somebody to suspend the council meeting to open up the public hearing.
Well,
Wait.
it's not yet. We have to wait until
Oh.
7 o'clock.
2 minutes.
So, for those who have recently joined the council meeting, We do have a sign-in sheet. We have 2 public hearings this evening, so if you plan to address council or speak with regard to the Champion Homes abatement, tax abatement, portion, or in regards to the, water rate amendments, we'd ask that you sign in, and provide your name and address, and then, that would signify that you are wanting to be a part of the public hearing, and we can call you forward as it is progressing, so,
And we do have experts here. We have Jennifer Wilson from Crow, who did the rate study, and we have Ben Adams with Commonwealth Engineers, who is engineering the project. So if there's questions for them afterwards, they're here to answer them. Yep, 1 more minute.
yeah. And really just with regard, general knowledge with regard to the proposed changes to the water rates, they are in response to an unfunded mandate for lead service line replacements. And this is a project that the city is going to be required to do regardless. And there has been an opportunity through the state revolving loan funds that have afforded the city an incredible opportunity with $5.5 million of grant funding, $2.5 million of interest-free loans, and a 35-year loan at an interest rate of 2.98%, which is not anything that the city would be otherwise available to afford or get in any other capacity. And so, yes, it is a big project. It's an expensive project, but the value to the citizens and the residents of Decatur by being able to take advantage of this opportunity will be a benefit for the next 50 to 60 years. So it will outlive the life of the loan that is being funded through potential rate increases here. So I think we're past our 7 o'clock time frame now.
Well, okay.
Certainly.
I'll make a motion to suspend the council meeting and open a public hearing.
Second.
Okay, motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Along those same lines that Ian was talking about, there's a couple things I want to mention. That this year Decatur is 190 years old. Not sure how many people realize that. The 2 water plants that we replaced back in 19 and 21, one was built in 1954, the other was built in 1971. So they were 54 years old and 72 years old. So those are the last rate increases we had were because of those water plants. So now this project is replacing mains and lead service lines. As she said, the lead service lines are an unfunded mandate. They have to be done. So to talk about the mains a little bit, our water mains, a lot of them are 50 to 100 years old. I was in sales, selling water and sewer infrastructure just a few years ago. Just about every city is going through the exact same thing we are. I mean, again, the city's 190 years old. 3 years ago, when we took down one of the water towers to paint it, we took the water out of it, which changes the pressure in the system. We had 30 main breaks in a month's time. 30 main breaks. Every one of those main breaks costs between $5,000 and $20,000 to fix, depending on whether it's overtime, what's needed, what parts, if there's extra valves need to be replaced. That's putting Band-Aids on things. That's what's been being done for a long time. Now, I will say, a big kudos to our water department and all of our utilities. In the last 6-7 years, we've replaced water lines on Bowman, on Gage, on Froat, on Dirks, on 12th Street, on Homestead, on our own. Our guys have done it, saving millions and millions of dollars. Our guys did those jobs. So this job is way too big for us to take on. So it's something that has to be done. So one other thing I want to make comment, because there's a lot of comments being said out there, misinformation, that why didn't they use the money they spent on the roundabout, or why didn't they use the money they spent on the park? There's a difference between tax dollars and user fees. They cannot mix and match. The State Board of Accounts does not allow that. So the roundabout, the parks, all that, that's tax dollars. anything utility wise has to be paid with user fees from the residents. So that money can't be mixed and matched. So with that, those are the things I wanted to get out there. We will allow anyone that signed up to come speak. And
So yes, this opens the public hearing on, ordinance number 2026-10, which is, an amendment of our water rate ordinances, and would open it up for public comment at this time. If you, do we need to get the sign-in sheet? Yeah.
So I believe these were probably for the other hearing. I didn't specify it either. You know, I didn't, yeah.
so if your name's called and you want to speak, we need you to come up to the microphone and introduce yourself, and then you'll have 2 minutes to.
What if you just have a question you don't wanna speak? You have to put your name down? I'm just curious.
Well,
This is a public hearing to to get public input. If you'd like to address a question about it, I'd be happy to speak with you after the meeting. Okay?
we'll do that.
Dr. Marilyn Nelson, do you wish to speak about the rate increase? Is that, okay, please come forward.
Thank you for coming.
Hi, Marilyn. And again, just so you guys know, we want to hear from people. If people have issues, complaints, anything, I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here every day with an open office. So please come to us. Come to where the people can have the true answers. That's where I want you to come. Okay.
Dr. Marilyn Nelson, 331 Mercer Avenue or 344 North 10th Street. So what is the time frame for the pipe and all of the waterworks? How many years will it take, or how long will it take, is my first question.
So this project will be done through, well, so no one can start till at least July, I believe. And then we're looking at probably, Ben, all next year.
Through the end of the summer of 27.
So by,
Year.
there's actually 4 different contracts. And so they all have to kind of work together and manage the project together, so.
Some of the service line work actually will go through the end of 27.
Yeah.
So instead of a full chunk of 15%, could we do 7.5 and 7.5 to allow for those who are on managed incomes to better manage?
I mean, that would be Jennifer.
Profit?
So just to let you know, Jennifer runs the rates. She does a whole rate study, and it's based on all our expenses we have right now currently, and adding on what's going to come with this. And it's just so people know, she doesn't put a number in there that gives you a slush fund. That's not what it's about. It's about how do we cover everything we have. So I don't know if she can answer that.
So, no, you need to actually, on this one, since we're actually issuing debt here at the end of June, the lender wants to see that the rates are in place so that you can start making payments. You will actually have to pay debt service for the July through December, and there will be a payment on January 1st. So the revenues that will be collected from this rate increase will be going directly towards that debt.
Thank you. My second question is, I know we have state funding and grants. Have we executed or requested any federal funding that is
So,
available?
well, we did have some EPA funding to do the investigative portion, to find lead lines. That would have, I mean, what was that, about $200,000 that we?
200.
So we had $200,000 to do the investigative, where they were out looking for lead lines. So that was a federal grant that we had received.
But then do we have any federal funding to replace those lead lines that they found?
No, they just make the mandate and say,
There's no,
Yes.
yeah, so
no money.
they allow the states to give some. And I will tell you, in talking to a bunch of consultants that I deal with, they said we got one of the best deals they saw across the state with this package that we were given.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marilyn.
Thank you.
I would normally use the last name, but I apologize, Jay. I would, Champion. Okay. Eric Gage.
Eric Gage, I live on on 7th Dayton, Dirks.
I know right where you're at, right in the middle of all that.
Surrounded.
Yep.
So anyway, get my questions mixed up. So how soon is this gonna take place? And if our yards are tore up, are they gonna be re-landscaped?
So, I don't think anyone will get a notice to proceed until July sometime, Ben, is that right?
After sport.
And everything that's torn up will be replaced,
How
correct?
much, I mean, like, how much of a yard is possibly gonna be tore up?
We actually set forth in the contract documents that the new service lines be bored in. So hopefully there'll be minimal disruption to yards. That being said, I expect some, but the contractor is required to restore or replace anything that's encountered before construction begins. There's gonna be a detailed audio and video survey done of all the properties and streets that are gonna be impacted by the proposed construction. So we'll be able to go back and look at the tape if need be.
Okay, so she's a rates lady, right?
Yep.
Okay, something else I don't understand, if I had all my statements, I could prove it. But if you go back a year and a half to 2 years ago, I was paying $60-70 a month for water. I'm at 170 right now.
So let me correct that. That would be for water, for sewer, for stormwater,
Right,
for trash.
I
Understand,
understand that, and that's, it was for all
understand.
that too back
Right.
then.
Right, I understand that. That's what but you said you were paying $60-some for water. I just wanted to correct that. It's water, sewer,
Right.
stormwater, trash.
Right.
That's all on there.
Right.
So
And that was all
we,
included also.
right, and we've seen some increases in sewer over the years when we've had to increase stuff at the plants. Again, I mentioned earlier the 2 water plants. We built, I think it was $17 million. I wasn't here at the time, I think, but that we bonded for the water plants. That one was 72 years old and one was 54 years old. Believe me, everyone sitting right here lives in town too. I mean, I don't want my rates
What's
to go
your
up.
water bill?
100,
What do you pay?
about 110, 115.
I'm 300. I got
Matt's is
4
high.
kids and a wife.
We don't get any discounts. There's no discounts at this
I
table.
know, I understand
We'll be in jail
that,
if we get a
but
discount.
I'm curious what you got,
So-
what do you pay and you pay, you know,
Right.
because
Here's the problem.
I know it's all, you know, are there certain areas of the
No,
certain
no.
certain areas of town
Not if you're in
that
town.
pay more or
No.
less? Or,
Everywhere in town pays the exact same rate.
Based on usage, your water and
Right.
sewer, and then
Right.
everybody pays the same for all those other services.
Right. Yeah, I was just wondering about that rate too, because I know individuals that pay $50 less than I do.
Yep, can happen. Well, not if you're paying 100.
100 is
Our minimum bill is
100.
right around 100 right now.
Right.
Wait, listen, this, okay, we're gonna keep a decorum here. This is not a question and answer thing. Those can be done anytime, any day of the week, anytime from 8 to 4:30. This is a public hearing to come make statements if you want to council. That's what it's for. So if you wanna ask questions, we're here every day. Come see us.
And if you have a specific question about a particular rate, or if you have a comment about whether or not you object to a rate increase, or a comment about being in favor of changes to rate increases, this is an appropriate forum for that. If there are additional questions about your specific usage or water bill, I'd be happy to talk with you or put you in touch with any of the
that's fine.
appropriate department heads, okay?
And if someone feels like they're having a leak or anything like that, we have people on staff that'll come check,
Yeah.
come help you. So that's what they're here for.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Gage.
Yep, thanks, Eric. Is it Dennis or Daniel? Somebody from Fornax Street? Yeah, okay.
Sorry about that, I have arthritis.
Well,
That's
it looks
okay.
like my handwriting, that's why I didn't know.
No, my question is off the mains to the houses,
is at any point in time they're going to require, say, hey, your water line is no good to hook to? Is that gonna be a problem?
Well, if you're in this project, if you're within the project and it's a lead line, they're going to replace it from the main and all the way to the house.
See, nobody tells you that.
Okay, so you may not. So everyone that was within the project area should have gotten letters in the mail.
Not everybody got it, if I had, I wouldn't be here.
But I don't know Fornax. I don't think Fornax is in the project area. Here,
Oh,
so,
it's not?
no, no. Real quick, it's pretty much Monroe Street, Adams Street, Elm Street, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th,
about
Winchester Road. Did I miss anything?
There's services that are scattered.
Some services, some lead services kind of in the middle of town, but nothing, there's nothing right now for Fornax Street.
So,
Homestead and High Street.
Homestead and High Street services too, right?
because Fornax is Forgotten Street anyway, nobody knows where it's at.
I know where it's at. That's why I said, it's nothing for Fornax, it's out here.
So there's nothing going on. Well, then my question is because I was reading the Decatur's discussion boards, people were asking these questions.
Please come ask those questions here.
Yeah.
If you want the answers, you get them here. In the office, wherever. I'll meet you for lunch if you want. Rather than go there for questions, come here.
No, it's people asking questions.
I understand. I understand.
I
And
just
we would
wondered if
love to
there was
answer them.
going- If some of these lines are gonna be affected.
So in your area, no, those won't. Now there might be some future money to do more lead service lines. So we would have to, because the whole idea. So the mandate from the federal government is we have to get all the lead out in so many years. So we have to go out and inspect every single service if it's a possibility of being lead. So there might be some more service line work, but of this project, it's that area in town.
Okay, I just wondered because.
Yep.
There's also links through the city's website. There's links. We are partnering with Commonwealth in this incredibly large project, and they are excellent about sharing information and have links about the project status, about the different phases, about the project area, about what's coming next, what to expect. And so, anyone who has questions, I would strongly encourage you to look at the city's website, to call into the city, to check out Commonwealth Engineers website and follow the links for the project, because there's a lot of good information out there that may not be making it to the Decatur discussion board.
And if you do it old school, we got great big maps right in the utility office that we can get out and show you exactly where the work's being done.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Then the only other question I was hearing about from people was trees are gonna have to be moved.
Every resident's different depending on where the services are at. My guess is, will there be a couple? There could be, but there shouldn't be a tree on top of the service. But I'm not saying there's not. It's hard to say.
All right.
Okay.
That was all my
Oh, again,
questions.
thank you.
I was concerned about the lines to the homes is
Right,
what I was
right.
concerned about.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Dave. That's all that's signed up. If anyone else wants to speak, we can get you signed up. Again, please come see us if you have questions. We can answer them anytime.
I didn't sign up because I didn't know if I was gonna say anything,
Okay.
but I got a question.
Yep.
Who are you? I'm sorry.
I'm Lori Blossom. I live on Walnut Street, which we had gotten one of your letters and you didn't say that road.
So Walnut's a street we're doing ourselves. So that's the city will be doing Walnut Street this summer.
Okay, the question I have, and I came in last year before we had the first raises to find out what water amount I use.
Okay.
I use under, and you guys have set me at a minimum. I'm not the only person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already paying extra money instead of just what I use.
Because the minimum.
Who decided everybody or people get minimums? Because I live on a limited budget.
I understand that. And I will tell you, every city's rates are set up with a minimum. I don't know. I mean, the 360 cubic feet was set up probably 40 years ago. Bill, do you know?
Before my time.
Well, that's a long time ago. So it was set at 360 cubic feet as a minimum. And like I said, every city has, it's right around that area is what the minimum is. So I don't know who actually set it up originally.
Okay, I just wondered,
Yeah,
cause I
yep.
was raised in the air, you know, shut your water off,
Right.
save it, get in the shower, you know, water save.
Right.
I let my water run now all the
Right.
time, cause I can't get even close to it.
Well, you know what? Fill it up and sell it, maybe. I do. I totally understand what you're saying because there's a lot of people in the same boat you are.
Well, I know.
There
and
really
that's
is.
the reason
It's the same with trash. I mean, same with trash. Everybody pays the same.
and I got rid of my extra garbage can, so I'm not paying for it.
Okay.
Gotta cut them bills where I can.
I
Absolutely.
agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
All right.
Anyone else want to sign up and speak? Anyone? Again, thank you guys for being concerned. Thank you for coming and checking out what's really going on. I appreciate it. So, we need to go into another public hearing.
Well,
So,
do
we have to
one,
close it.
yeah, we'll do one final call. Does anyone else from the public wish to speak in relation to the proposed amendments to our water rate ordinances? Okay.
Excuse me, when does that go into effect?
It will go into effect upon passage. So it is anticipated, we have one additional public hearing on June 16th, and it would be passed at that time.
So it would go into effect before any work's ever done?
Yes,
A few weeks.
A few
before
weeks.
The project would start.
We start making payments. That's what Jennifer was talking about
the
earlier.
loans close,
We start paying on the bonds.
and we receive funding to do all of the work on June 25th, which is at approximately the same time that the rates would change. So,
There won't be no more raises though until the project is done, correct?
Not for this project. We're hoping. I mean, that's why we do the rate study.
mhm.
Will we be informed or have flags in our yards or anything of the sort when they're gonna work there?
So this project doesn't go by your house. It'd be the city's doing Walnut Street, and I don't know where that tie-in is. It's probably right out in the middle
We
of it.
were all flagged last year
Yeah.
and nothing was ever done.
That was just for, see where we were gonna run it. That's for our information.
Okay.
So yeah, there should be correspondence from the city with you guys down there when they're going to start working down there.
She has another question.
Yes.
Oh, I have another question.
Yep.
Who's
I live
that?
on Nutman.
What's your name?
Diana Likens.
Okay.
I live on Nutman.
Okay.
I think they're in part of the project, I would hope. I've already seen you out there twice, but, and in my house. But anyway, the project of upgrading the, water line, et cetera, is that going to be inclusive of the whole town of Decatur at the completion of the project?
We're not doing the whole city. You may have came in late. I just said all the street names.
Okay.
Real quick, Monroe, Adams, Elm, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, Homestead Services, High Street Services, and Winchester Road.
No Nutman?
We did investigate on that.
There will be some services probably.
Yes, service.
Yeah. So the bids came in a little better than we were hoping, or than they were going to be. So we're going to try to do more service lines and get more lead out of people's service lines. So that's the whole goal, is doing as many lead service lines as we can with this same project.
Okay, I did have another question. Is there any plans in the city's infrastructure to anticipate, aging water lines, infrastructure, sewers and things like that planned for the future so that we don't come across another 50-year disaster?
We're putting them in all the time. We just laid 1,000 on 12, and then Jackson replaced all the storm line that was in there, catch basins and everything, to keep up, but like where they're doing paving, we're trying to keep ahead of that. That's what we're doing right now.
We've laid more water line in the last 6-7 years than we laid in the last 50
I was just curious
of new water lines.
if things were being upgraded.
We are. We're trying to be progressive about it because,
We're
you know,
1,000 feet of new sanitary down 8th and Madison here.
I barely know my way around town still.
okay.
Okay.
I got lost going to the hospital.
All right.
grant that we get every year to pave our roads and do sidewalks with it.
Yes.
So we're trying to go a year ahead to get all that stuff in, so when they come next year and pave, then we're not here in
Okay.
So we're trying to make a very coordinated effort and get better about an order of operations and a maintenance program about our infrastructure than has been done in the last 40 or 50 years. Okay? All right. Are there any other comments in relation to the rate increase or the rate amendments for water rates? Okay. Yes, and can you,
Riggers, 10th Street.
okay?
Once the project's completed, I think you said 27, maybe? You pushed out to 27? Once it's completed, will rates come down?
No, because this bond is a 35-year bond that we're paying. So that's going to be there over our head for 35 years.
Okay, and so all Decatur residents will pay an increase of 15% for
Yes.
basically the entirety, like it'll never cease. It's
Right.
even after the 35 years.
I won't be sitting here in 35 years, but I'm guessing it's not gonna. No, it's not gonna change.
Okay.
And at 15%, am I correct in that the average homeowner is about $10 a month increase?
Yeah. The minimum bill is going up in town is going up $6, I think. Yes.
On top of
Thank you.
the last two increases that happened.
Correct.
Right. Right.
Does anyone else have any other public comment on the rate increase that they would address to council? Seeing no one come forward and hearing no one, this would conclude the public hearing on the amendment to our water rate tables and our
I
Code of
make a motion to
ordinances.
close the public hearing and re-enter city council.
No. We
No,
have
we're
another
not
public
re-em-
hearing.
we're
Yeah.
Still
closing
in
this.
that public hearing.
Yes,
I
so we
got it.
closed the first public hearing, and I would recommend entertaining a motion to open.
We need a second.
We haven't had a second.
I'll second.
Oh, to
We have a
close.
first a motion and a second to close that public hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Then we need a motion to open the second public hearing on the tax abatement.
I'll make
CPS.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to open the second public hearing.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay.
All right. So we are now entering into a public hearing related to the preliminary denial of 2026 tax abatement for Champion Home Builders, Inc. If you would like to step forward. Thank you.
Very much for allowing us to come and address you guys this week. We apologize about the May 19th meeting where we didn't have representation. My name is Jay Chikaylo. I'm the general manager of Champion Home Builders here in Indiana, with Beacon, Indiana, and Decatur.
Okay.
And Bruce Heslop here is with me. He's our production manager.
Okay.
Bruce handles a lot of the hiring and things on the docket here to talk about where we're at with employment numbers.
Okay.
And then we've got Colton Nickel kind of sit behind us here to offer any words of wisdom as well.
How long have each of you been with Champion, and how long have you been a part of Decatur's?
So I've been with Champion since December 2nd, 2002.
Okay.
I've worked in various plants across the country. Been in Indiana here since 2005 at the LaGrange location that they had that moved to Topeka. And I've been down here since late October of 23 at the
Okay.
Decatur facility. And we brought Bruce in probably May of 24. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So I think, I mean, I can't speak for council, but I think the question was, on the CF1, the numbers that are current don't match up with what was anticipated back in, what's the date on that one? It was 22. And so neither one of you would have been with the Decatur facility in 22.
So the original resolution was actually in 2023.
2310, I think was the resolution number.
Can't speak specifically to the numbers that were generated for that estimated form. And I don't know if those numbers are modifiable at all or amendable. Just talking about the specific number of 232 employees. Our number today, as of this morning, is 146. And 232 is probably not something that the current market climate is going to
So looks like you've hired 24 more people since the last time this was filled out, it looks like.
Yeah, initially when that thing was put together, we didn't have the automation hub. So within the walls, or the new walls, we've expanded the building a little bit. We have an automation division that also works out of that same facility, and it supports some of the functions that we do online here at Decatur, but it also supports other Champion plants across the country, where we build some things, or build some parts to send to the other locations to be assembled on the site. So some of the additional numbers we have are related to, and I don't know maybe if when the original number was put in at 122 is the number that is on there, that may not have included the Champion automation portion. It's just talking about the manufacturing part, which is what we originally started here. So we've got some improvement, I think, based on that. But again, I don't know that the numbers are going to support 232 at any point in time during the next few years, to be honest with you.
So you are currently looking to hire more?
We are currently hiring more, yes. And we've got currently 11-week backlog. And for quite some time, we've had that kind of backlog at any of our facilities around here. So the market has got a bunch of pent-up demand based on people being a little hesitant on making the orders up for the last year and a half or so. We've been kind of creeping along, but things are turning loose right now, and we've got a good influx of business. Hopefully it's sustainable.
When Champion first started here, I believe we were told that they were building a lot of government HUD type housing. Is that still correct?
Yes, all of the houses that we do build are built to the HUD codes, so they are HUD houses. They're not government houses like a FEMA contract. Champion is a FEMA supplier, and should there be a need or a demand by FEMA for some homes, Champion is tasked with doing their fair share based on being one of their approved contractors. And then those will then be spread around whatever Champion facilities can support what they're doing for end use. So we could be that here in Decatur. We've been that in Topeka in the past.
We went from a closed All-American to thrilled that Champion was gonna come and open here. Then quite short in
Yes.
what we were told was gonna be here versus what in reality is here. And you're saying, this is all before your time, and that's a little pie in the sky.
I'm just saying,
at those
today's,
numbers.
today's reality is
Yeah.
what I want to speak to.
Yeah.
And today's reality is we don't have enough people out there. Although there's a lot of pent-up demand, we don't have, an opportunity to see that it's going to be sustainable for such a period of time that we can go ahead and ramp up to building, 10 of our boxes a day. So, if there's a way to amend that original SB1, get into conversations at another time with you guys about
Right.
that, how that happens.
That's over my head. I don't.
Yeah, certainly.
No, I mean, the SB1, the statement of benefits, is essentially the affidavit that is provided by the company that is presented to the council, which the council then relies upon in determining whether or not the value of giving up those tax dollars is worth it to see the growth and development and employment opportunities for the community. And so you can't go back and amend that because the original granting of the tax abatement was done in reliance upon that exact information.
I do understand.
And what year
So-
was that?
2023.
So then it's not necessarily the same people always sitting in these roles when that was agreed
Sure,
upon.
sure.
Yeah.
And there are certainly, it's certainly understandable that conditions change, and that what was presented initially is simply not feasible because of external variables and market conditions. But that is also why it is incredibly relevant to timely submit the information and be present in addressings with council we want industry in this community. We were, as Councilman Dyer said, thrilled to see Champion here and to see the employment opportunities. But if the council doesn't know, and all we have to go by is a nearly 50% deficiency in the SB1 representations, and a lack of understanding or knowledge or opportunity to address that concern with representatives from the company, it makes it incredibly difficult to justify an ongoing voluntary gift. Yeah, and especially in current conditions where dollars are tight for municipalities, and those are resources that are otherwise not available to the city for use and benefit to the residents. And so we appreciate you being here this evening and being able to address concerns and issues now, but it is incredibly important. And the May 15th deadline isn't something arbitrary that we do. That's our deadline to make a decision and to notify the county auditor so that they have the information so that they can apply it for your benefit. So I can speak for our clerk treasurer and know that she got special permission to be able to even consider a late submission, and then we didn't have anything other than the document to rely on in making decisions. So I don't know if council members have any additional questions or concerns, or
These two gentlemen are doing the best they can with what they were handed. We appreciate it, but
Yeah, the other number of note that hasn't been discussed yet was the number as it related to the wages. And we did the penciling of the wages this morning as well as we did the employee count. The numbers were provided, it appears, were strictly the base wage that we pay.
okay.
The reality, the number that people take home is the base wage plus a bonus, and the bonus is paid every week. And the average wage in the entire complex of those 146 people is $30.45.
Okay.
So our base rate is 22, and then there's a little overtime here and there that accounts for that
sure.
number that's showing that isn't quite where it needs to be based on the SB1. We did change those numbers for our calculation, but you might see that.
I mean, that's a significant difference.
It's
Yeah.
122 number.
But yeah,
But I
that
think,
information
so
isn't known,
so
yeah.
basically there was three things looked at when they decided to deny it the last time: was low projections on employment numbers, below projections on salaries, and then the fact that there was no representation here at council to ask questions. So it looks like the salary thing is more than what is represented, and glad to hear there's 24 more people been hired since then.
That's what we are doing right now.
So if,
So do you want to give them their options?
do you have any additional information that you would like to present to council?
It's my ability to answer any questions that you have.
Okay. Is there anyone else from the public who wishes to speak during the public hearing on this matter? All right. Seeing no one come forward and hearing no one speak, this concludes the public hearing on the preliminary denial of a tax abatement on Champion Home Builders, Inc.
So I need a motion to,
Make a motion to close the public hearing?
Second.
motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
I make a motion to re-enter city council.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Okay. So,
Make matter of record with the public,
So for
advertisement of the,
both of them, we'll need to make public record of both
yes.
the tax rate and also the tax abatement, Champion Homes.
so moved.
We'll do them separate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, first one.
I'll make a matter of record the posted
Water
The
rate.
notice of publication,
notice of publication of the,
water rate amendment.
water rate amendment public hearing.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, then the other one.
I make a matter of record of the notice of public hearing for Champion Homes abatement.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay.
Okay. So with regard to the water rate ordinance, we are going to have a second public hearing on June 16th. And so that ordinance is tabled pending the second public hearing. With regard to information presented in the public hearing for the tax abatement issue with Champion Home Builders, council has the opportunity to uphold the preliminary denial, in which case there is a resolution that would need to be introduced that sets forth the factual basis for that denial. And council also has the opportunity to reconsider after the public information presented by Champion Home Builders during the public hearing and potentially revoke the preliminary denial and accept the CF1 and grant the abatement. And again, the abatement is for both real property and personal property, real property over a 10-year period of time, but the initial denial is simply for the 2026 tax year. And that would go for both real estate and personal property with the opportunity to present CF1s in future years and receive abatements in line with the initial granting periods. Our council can again revoke the preliminary denial and grant the abatement, approve the CF1 and grant the abatement. So, open for discussion.
So I'm glad that you guys, your numbers are even better than what was shown here, but for me, a deadline is a deadline. And I also think that sometimes I feel like when abatements are initially, granted, that businesses tend to think like, oh, we're just gonna get it every year. And, we've had businesses not show up before. A lot of times though, their numbers are maybe more in line with what they were anticipating. But for me, the mere fact that like, you didn't meet the deadline, nobody was here to, give us updates and everything, I still feel it's the right thing to, deny the abatement again, so.
Sorry, I was late to the party, but was there a reason why there was nobody able to be at the last meeting?
Some form of action does need to be taken. So it does need to either be upheld, the preliminary denial either needs to be upheld, which is done through the introduction of resolution 2026-5, or it needs to be, the preliminary denial needs to be reversed.
I think to be fair to all that go through this tax abatement process, we need to stick to the rules and deny it. So I would make a motion to introduce, what is it? Jenny can read it.
Resolution 2026-5
Yes.
by short title.
By short title.
I'll second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
But appreciate all that you two are doing while you're here, because we wanna work with industry.
So, resolution 2026-5, a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Decatur, Indiana, which determines whether Champion Home Builders, Inc. has made reasonable efforts to comply with the Statement of Benefits Form SB1 Real Property and Form SB1 Personal Property filed with the City of Decatur regarding abatement of real property taxes and personal property taxes assessed on improvements made to its real property and equipment located in Adams County, Indiana, and whether Champion Home Builders, Inc. should be entitled to an abatement for real estate taxes and personal property taxes in 2026.
I make a motion to adopt resolution 2026-5.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Mayor, in regards to this, I got a message from someone who, we can all hear each other, but people at home can't hear us. So I don't know what supposedly this is live, but people, I don't know what we need to change, but they can't hear us.
Hear us or hear that microphone?
Could they hear them?
They can't hear them at all. They can hear us. They can hear us some, but they can't hear whoever's here at all.
Okay.
So, just something needs addressed.
Okay.
Are you planning to come back next year?
And so, I mean, I think again, since he'd asked if there could be an amendment to the original form, which, they're not the ones that came up with it. I think it would be just see where the numbers are, and if they can't get to that number, then just come with some explanations.
And in the future, Champion could have additional requests for tax abatements too. And we absolutely want to work with you and others in the community. So, certainly not personal.
And it is noted, I mean, in this information, where your employment levels are at this time, and that is taken into consideration. We do have the capacity to look back at previous CF1s to be able to review progress and see where things are. And again, this is for this year only. So CF1 is we hope to see it next year with a much different outcome. And you'll be provided a copy of the resolution that'll be on record with the city, and will also be submitted to the county assessor, the county auditor, and to the company. Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Not for resolution.
Do you have anything else?
No, we have 3. They're just dispersed.
Okay, department heads. Matt, anything? Derek? Welcome to the party. Jeff?
Ladder start this year. We have our training on June 15th, 16th, and 17th. Any of you are welcome to stop by the station. It's at the station now. No. He asked if he could drive.
No.
Can I?
Huh?
Can I?
You got a CDL?
No.
Okay.
I can do this. And this.
Right now it's required for a CDL.
Oh, okay.
Starting this Friday, we have our schools out tours. They're from 8 to 11:30 every Friday this month. So everybody is welcome. That's all I have.
Okay. Chris? Kurt? Aaron? Bill?
Good.
Seth, another newcomer to the party. Okay. Mr. Zimmerman?
So, 12th Street, Wayne was there today. We finished up, like I said, like 1,000 feet of water main. Right around 300 feet of new storms. Just got basically cut station. They started asphalt mat. They're not gonna be done this week. They might be done Friday, the 12th. So that main artery will be open and just be Jackson Street finished up. At the beginning of the week.
Okay.
And then today, we got 150 feet on 8th Street, the new sanitary
Great.
Then if we get a blade, we go and cut and then start hitting New Sanitary on 8th Street, then that's gonna be addressed.
Yeah, that's an area that's needed done for a while, so great. Tracy, you have anything? All right. Carrie. Okay. Anything from council?
Question for Carrie or whomever may answer, is the smell issue, people wanna blame Bungee's Pit for significant odor. Is that being addressed? Is that Bungee's problem, not the city's problem?
It's not from the city wastewater department. It is from Bungee's Lagoons, which are outside of city limits.
I thought the Zach Langer, he said their fresh water pool was, what do you call it, fertilizer, the agitator was determined to stop the bottom up. It's time to get out.
Okay.
So the water's testing fine, but he's just not sure the water.
Anyone else?
Make a motion to pay the claims.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
So the resolution that